Like a lot of guys, I enjoy a good DIY project, particularly if it's practical and if I can make it look interesting. I've just built this bamboo wall here to demonstrate the methods I use for treating bamboo and to test which one is the best. I've made a video about that, I'll leave a link somewhere here, but in this video I'd like to show you how I built it and why I designed it this way. I've just used materials that I've got from around the house, some of the uprights, certainly the bamboo, some old pieces of glass that I had sitting in my shed that I really wanted out of the way and to be able to use them practically, and some rebar, which I've used in a little bit of an unusual way, but we'll get to that in a moment. As is typical for me, I just had the design in my head and I just got to work. Firstly, putting down some foundation, a bit of footing, a little bit of a wall at the base. Didn't need to be too strong because there's not much weight in what I'm doing. Added the uprights and the cross beams and then decided that, I've got this glass, so let me see what I can do with that along the top. I have this wonderful tool that I picked up at our local Sunday market about a year ago. Really wasn't sure what it was used for, but brought it home, figured it out, and it puts a nice groove in the wood that I've been able to slot the glass into nicely. But the real feature of the design in this was that I did not want to have the bamboo so that it was sitting on the wood and touching the wood. So what I've done is I've suspended it. It's kind of floating there. So I've done this with the rebar. I made myself a template for cutting the length of the bamboo and also for the placement of the holes. Just marked where the holes needed to be and then drilled them through. I had to make sure that I got both the holes really in line and the drill was going straight through, because if they were out, if the bamboo had turned or twisted at all, then I wasn't going to be able to get my rebar through. But it worked quite well. I just had to re-drill a couple of the holes to get it just right. And I think it's quite an interesting technique to use to support the bamboo and to show it off in this way. So it's pretty easy to see how the bamboo is lasting, because that's the purpose of the wall. It was a very enjoyable project. It didn't take me particularly long. Probably the base took longer than anything because I'm really not used to working with cement in this way. I've also learned a little bit more about how to do this, so I'm going to put another wall on the other side of my shed area and try and keep this part of my garden looking a little bit more attractive than it often is, because it tends to be a bit of a dumping ground. I really do enjoy working in this way, just getting an idea and then just going with the flow and working it out, seeing what I've got around to how I can use and use up some of the stuff that I tend to hoard, and also make it look really nice and do something a little bit unusual, a little bit different in the design process, just to make it a little bit more interesting. I hope you've enjoyed this short little video. If you'd like to learn more about why I'm doing this and testing the bamboo that we treat, you can check out this video next, and thanks very much for watching.